Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Dragon Ball What If topic video for you guys today. Been a few months since I did another one of these, but today I'm starting the first part of what if Nam, one of the underused Dragon Ball characters from when Goku was a kid, became a Z fighter. Now I have done one with Giran and Hercule. Hercule was more brought into Z and it was actually used for something. Giran was more or less pushed off, except for brief cameos after Dragon Ball initially ended. But Nam is one of those characters that had very few appearances, including GT cameos. But in this particular what if, I'm going to discuss what would Nam bring to the table that differentiated from Giran and Hercule in my other stories. Because Nam was a decent warrior with a good few abilities and even managed to knock Goku out for a second. But enough with the specifics. Let's set the scene. Now we open up with the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament and Goku and Nam's match playing out the exact same way as it did before. Afterwards, Jackie Chun, who's Master Roshi, if none of you actually watch Dragon Ball, actually recognizes Nam's true potential and thinks to himself, Goku did rather well against this guy, and they seem rather equal. What would it be like if he trained him? And after the match, he tells Nam he's Master Roshi, because that eventually became a clear thing, and says that he recognizes his potential and offers to train him and reveal his identity and everything else after the tournament. Nam, after learning that Jackie Chun is Master Roshi, the famous teacher, thinks of this as a good opportunity to maybe get good with Goku and Krillin and all of them, but wants to know that his village is in good hands and even wants to still go see them if he offers to train. But Jackie Chun says that he'll figure everything out for him after he finishes the tournament, because he's trying to teach Goku Krillin a lesson about losing, basically. So that leaves the rest of the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament playing out the exact same way that it did before, and afterwards, Jackie Chun once again confronts Nam, and Nam agrees to actually train with Master Roshi on the condition that he still gets to go see his village, and that some of the prize money can be used to get his village food and water so he won't have to stress about it, because that's the whole reason he came to the tournament in the first place. Master Roshi, after revealing himself, agrees to this, and the prize money, instead of being spent on food and whatever was spent on in that particular scene, half of it is put towards Nam's village and giving a bunch of food and water to the village, which means that Nam can train with Master Roshi for a while unabated, with Krillin and such, getting Krillin stronger too. While this is going on, Goku is having his adventures against the Red Ribbon Army, Colonel Silver, General White, all those people, and the story basically playing out the same exact way that it did. Meanwhile, Nam is training with Master Roshi, and as much as I would think that Nam would do like ki attacks and stuff like that, I don't think that he would go for like the Kamehameha, for example, because I feel like Nam would go through like more combat-ready moves, like the lightning surprise attack, maybe even the evil containment wave, and maybe small ki attacks, but the Kamehameha seems like an outstretch for Nam. Even Giran, but Hercule seemed like a more pick for that. Anyways, while Nam, Krillin, and Master Roshi are doing their training, Kid Goku and Bulma eventually arrive on the island and say they need a submarine to get one of the Dragon Balls, because we're at that part of the story. Nam, seeing Goku again after a long while, sees that Goku's gotten a little bit stronger, and says to him and Bulma that he's been training with Master Roshi and learned a bunch of new moves, and he wishes to fight Goku for a rematch to see how well both of them had progressed. Obviously, Goku agrees, being Goku, and they have a sparring match at Kame House, and to surprise everybody, Nam is able to hold his own against Goku, sufficiently more so than the actual tournament. He tries his cross-arm dive, he tries ki blast. Goku is affected by most of these, but the battle comes off to a tie. So, this proves that while Nam has gotten stronger, Goku has been no slouch for his own power. And with that out of the way, Nam joins Goku, Krillin, and Bulma on the way to General Blue's island for the Dragon Ball in the sea. So, the whole trip there, besides Nam's inclusion, would remain pretty much the same until we hit the scene with the pirate robot. Now, with Nam there and his use of the cross-arm dive, while it being a giant robot, and his key attacks and different moves he learned from Krillin and Yamcha and such, this means that the pirate robot is defeated a lot easier rather than it just being Kid Goku and Krillin to do all the work. So, that's a good plot point to discuss. Meanwhile, we have to remember that General Blue is after them. And this battle is going to go a lot different than it did before. Now, in a few of my other stories, I discussed that Hercule and Jiren's inclusion would mean that General Blue would just die in the cave, but that's going to be different this time. General Blue, the whole scene past the pirate robot would remain the same, except that Nam would be separated with Goku, and Krillin would still be separated with Bulma. Krillin fights General Blue whenever General Blue finds them both and finds the Dragon Ball, but Krillin is able to hold his own, substantially more so because of his extra training with not just Yamcha and Master Roshi, but Nam being there as well, but is still paralyzed in the end. When Nam and Goku both arrive to save the day, Nam thinks fast and uses his cross-arm dive against General Blue. Now this immediately knocks out General Blue. General Blue was durable, but the cross-arm dive was pretty powerful, and General Blue's just human. He's not Goku. So, this means that when the cave collapses, General Blue is stuck under the rubble, which means no scene with Arale, and the search for the Dragon Balls after that, and that whole thing plays out a lot smoother. Now, then get to a big thing. What about Mercenary Tao? Will Nam's inclusion to this battle mean good things in the tide of the Z Fighters? Or will Nam's inclusion doom Goku more than help him? And that's where we leave things for the moment. So, I generally hope you guys enjoyed this comeback to the Dragon Ball What Ifs. And for those of you who have just now started watching me do Dragon Ball What Ifs, I did do this a few months ago with Giran and Hercule, as I said. Now it's the time, I feel, to bring back a few more of them, and this is one of them. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like, subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys next time.